star, baby.
All right, we back at it with another episode from yours truly. I'm Law Nation Sports. I got my dog, man, a guy that everybody says he is the Texas realest over here, man. Dorrough, man, let people know, man, who you are, man.
What's up, man? It's the homie, Mr. Dorrough, Dorrough Music, a.k.a. 6'3", you know what I'm saying? Mr. Triple D, you know, whatever you want to call me.
Whatever you want to call. So
Star
I was
Baby, a.k.a. the Star Baby.
Star Baby. I saw that.
Yeah.
Now, where did you get the name 6'3" from, though?
So, well, a couple ways. I went out to L.A. 2013, 2012. I used to hoop a lot.
To live and die in L.A.
You know, in Hollywood, we go out there, hoop Chris Brown out. And people gave everybody nicknames on the court. Instead of calling everybody by who they are, and they used to call me 6'3" because of my height. You know what I'm saying? So I started incorporating that in the music, you know what I'm saying? And it took off. It was in a lot of mixtapes.
Right.
And people actually called me that when I was in, I want to say at PV.
Okay.
You know, same thing on some hoop.
On some hoop stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But so when I heard it a second time, I was just like, let me go ahead and stick with it.
6'3".
You know, I was a baller before I was a rapper, so it gave me a good way to merge the two.
Okay, so you're a baller before you're a rapper. So what type of baller, though? You know, are you a shooter, a slasher?
Point guard, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shooter, you know, get you out there, you know, the crossover out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's for real, you know?
Okay, boy, oh boy. So speaking of all of that, I was reading over some of your resume, man.
Yeah.
In 2003, that's when everything kicked off. Talk to me a little bit about that part of you getting into this music, man, and then just going all the way to the top from there.
Well, that's when I started rapping. So, you know what I'm saying? Literally started rapping in high school.
Yeah.
You know, I want to say I was a sophomore in high school then. When I started rapping, I already had like a fan base. I already had a following from hooping. Like, I was pretty popular for hooping. My big brothers was known for sports, for football and track.
Right.
Like, the last name was already popular. Like, my big brother is who they call Dorrough.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, and I was Lil Dorrough, obviously, because he was known for football and track. And,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But when I started rapping, I already had like a lot of people following me from hooping.
Yeah.
So, like, everybody that was at my school and surrounding areas, when I started rapping, immediately just started supporting when I was making the music. And I kind of started off the gate having what I would call success with it, because I was making records and mixtapes and music for us to run out to.
Right.
And, you know, I was selling mixtapes right out the back. So,
mixtapes. That's where all the greats come from, man. Selling those mixtapes, man. Y'all see it. So you got to be hungry. I always say that because I have a PhD.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that's poor, hungry, and determined, right? Okay. So you got to make things happen. And by you doing that, that's when the universe and the multiverse open up to you, right?
Thanks.
So you was able to do that. So talk to me about some of the projects that you got going on now.
So now, man, that's a lot. All right, so I just dropped the album, the Star Baby album. You know, that's recent. You know, I got a couple records that's moving off that project, and one in particular that I'm pushing a single out there called Boys Getting Quiet. Playing on the radio, we're getting ready to shoot the video.
Right.
Kind of just letting it organically build, you know what I'm saying? Because this project was kind of a niche project. It was different, you get what I'm saying? It's a Texas sounding project. I kind of went to it's like a futuristic classic project from the jump, throwback sounding Texas project. So it's a real specific type of project that when I dropped it, I really wanted to just marinate within the state of Texas, city of Dallas, but it's a worldwide project. So it's that's what's currently out right now. I'm probably sitting on two projects that been done for a minute. I'm trying to see exactly which direction I want to go with them, and I'm creating new music as we speak. So you know, I'm kind of in the process right now where we just figuring out what's the next move to make, because it's a lot of pieces of the puzzle that we got, and we just want to see which piece we want to put out first.
Man, you said pieces of the puzzle. Let's put this together then. There's different flavors of rapping, right? And you said Texas style, right? So I'm from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Shout out to the SIP. Yeah, y'all know how it goes out that way. 601 boys in the house. Yes, indeed. So you got East Coast rap.
Yeah.
You got West Coast rap. Then I guess you got the South, right? So Texas, break Texas sound down to the novice out there, to the olds who don't really listen to the music all the way and understand the different levels of genre.
Yeah. So even the South is broke down. If you want to break the South down, it's different genres. You You got Miami, you got Atlanta, you got New Orleans / Louisiana, you got Texas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And those are all different styles of the South. You know, obviously being from Texas, we more on the. It's crazy because then even Texas is broke down between Dallas and Houston. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's all now they all tied together because I actually, like for instance, the Star Baby project is more of a classic Texas sound, which is more of a. You can say a Houston sound, but it's more of a Texas sound, and it's mixed in with a Dallas sound.
Okay.
I got a uniqueness because I'm from Dallas. I've stayed in Houston. I went to Prairie View. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on the Texas music, and you know, so putting it together for me is even a different sound. But when you talk about Dallas versus Houston and the sound what it is now. You know, the sound that Dallas owns and cultivated, you know, we call that the Dallas Boogie sound or the Dallas coming from the Dallas Boogie era, but it's really a sound. It's a darker sound. It's a more up-tempo, more energetic, darker sound than the Houston sound, which is more of a laid-back, you know, that's where the screw and the, you know, it's a slower tempo. You feel me? But collectively, it all sounds like Texas music.
Okay.
So it's different. It's when you're in it, you know the difference. I guess if you from the outside and you hearing it, it's probably if you heard Dallas music and you heard Houston music, it's you're gonna identify it as Texas music.
It's Texas music regardless because it got that love.
Yeah, but you'll know it's a difference. But when you in it like I am, it's a complete difference.
Bro, tell me about how you did that ice cream paint job, fam.
Man, ice cream paint job is at this point, it's more than a song. It done took on a life of its own. Like, it's Ice Cream Paint Job is literally, if we were talking about, if you was watching a Netflix series, it would be its own season. You know what I'm saying? It became bigger than life. It took on its own life. So Ice Cream Paint Job, it's a lot going on with that. We're coming up to the 15th year anniversary next year. So I got something real special that's coming with that. I'm a cliffhanger because it's in the works. It's definitely happening. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I have to come do a whole podcast for this announcement.
Okay.
Just know that the 15th anniversary is 2024 next year in April, and it's a big thing coming with that.
Okay.
But as far as the song, man, you know, I did the song, man. I was in mixtape Dorrough mode. It was just on a mixtape. The story is, you know, I had 2 records moving at the same time. I had Walk That Walk. I was on the clubs. I was getting a lot of shows.
Hey, walk that walk. By the way, man, you know, you're responsible for a whole bunch of other stuff with Walk That Walk, by the way.
So, you know, that was going on. And then I had the original Halle Berry, Superstar, those records was popping at the same time. And then I started working on a mixtape because I was like, okay, I learned how to make singles. I got some stuff going in the club now. I'm getting shows. Let me get back into mixtape Dorrough mode. So I started working on this mixtape, and at this time, this is when MySpace is out. Yeah. So the thing was, when you was a rapper, then if you made any song you made, you would just put on your MySpace to test it out. Right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really an official release, but you could put it out there and see how people respond to it. And at this time, I was working on a mixtape. I had did that song. Right. In my mind, it was a cool song. Like I'm from Texas. We really wasn't on no 90 BPM tempo. We was on slower tempo, 65 to 75. 90 BPM was considered fast in Texas, so people wasn't
the science part of it.
Yeah, people wasn't on it, but I personally always liked it, faster beats. And so in my mixtape, that's when I would experiment. I rap on whatever, throw them on a mixtape. If it do something, cool. If it don't, it's on the mixtape. It don't matter. So I did that record, threw it on my MySpace, and I remember just like the next day. Like it was getting this crazy response, and at this time, like I was really like the top artist on. It was I was like number 3 or number 2 on MySpace of all the music. Oh, wow. Soulja Boy was number 1. He was number 1, and it was like somebody else, and then it was me. Cause I had Walk That Walk in Halle Berry, that was like on everybody's page. Yeah. So I was like trending number 3 all the time. So anything I put on my MySpace, everybody will go listen to it. Go ahead. So I put Ice Cream Paint Job on there, and I remember like I woke up the next day and it had like more spins, and like it was number 1 on the little MySpace thing. And I was like, damn. And then the DJ from the Bay Area, he had hit me. He was like, hey, bro, you know what's up with this record? Is it original, this and that? And he took it from my MySpace. And long story short, he literally took it from there, started playing out in the Bay. It blew up out there, blew up on the radio, blew up in the clubs. Right. Became the number 1 record out there before it even got to Texas. You know what I'm saying? And then I started doing shows out there.
Right.
And it was basically just like seeds getting bigger and bigger. I had this moving. So when I did that, it just took off. I had enough motion in general to where, you know, when I created that record, it took on a life of its own. And the story just went from there, bro. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Everybody loved the song. I ended up doing a deal, you know, you know what I'm saying? It became the #1 record in hip-hop.
In hip-hop world.
Just, you know, just a whole lot of stuff that came with it. And to this day, bro, it just keep growing. Like,
to this day.
All type of TikTok trends and, you know, all type of stuff like
that.
Hey,
you mentioned TikTok, right? And then you talked about the anniversary that's going to happen in April, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell people right now, I have a feeling that whatever you finna touch now, just like what happened in MySpace back in the day, it's finna be the TikTok thing now. Everybody, I can see it right now. It just hit me. It's gonna be the trending thing that's going on in TikTok. Watch it, because I just got a good feeling, man, about all of that, what you just said on MySpace and everything, what happened back in the day.
Going on, bro. One thing about me is everything I always hit simultaneously when I'm doing a lot of different things. Like sometimes, you know, I let stuff float around and I just let it all come together. And that's kind of where I've been in the last, I would say, since the pandemic, bro. It's just been putting I call it the puzzle, and I just like putting together different pieces. And now I'm coming back to the focus of it and be like, okay, this is what I want to create with it. And Ice Cream Paint Job is always something that's going to be there, because it's just something that takes on a life of its own. And then, you know, but once again, the 15th anniversary is a big surprise. I'm going to have to come do a whole podcast about this specific thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you off camera.
Yes,
you know,
indeed.
But, and I'll let y'all know soon.
Yeah, hey, I say this all the time. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And the results going to be there, bro. Speaking of that, man, how did you get into the Cowboys world? How did they get involved with you?
Yeah, man, shout out to the start, man. Shout out to the Cowboys. I want to say in 2013, that was the year I was in Cali, and I would come back to Dallas a lot, obviously. My family was here. And football season came around. And right prior to the season, it was a couple of fans inside the organization that worked in there. They were just fans. And I think prior to then, they was always doing anthems, and it was always country music. And the fans was just like, man, we need to do something different, man. Like, let's do some rap. Like, we need to have Dorrough do an anthem. Let's have Dorrough do an anthem. And they reached out to me, and that's how it started. So it was just like, say less. So it really just started off them reaching out for that. I was like, I can make a Cowboys anthem. So I made this record called It's Our Time, you know what I'm saying?
Which it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's our time for sure this year. I'm actually gonna redo that record.
Let's go.
And like kind of make it more relevant to what's going on now.
But
anyway, I did that record just to like kind of get in the dough, just to kind of experiment. They loved it, you know what I'm saying? The Cowboys took it on. We did a deal for it. We shot a big video with the Cowboys, the children. We just did like a whole lot with it, and it was way more than what I thought it was gonna be. So we did that then, and you know, the next year we decided to do another one. We was just like, well, we keep doing this, and then we did it again. Same thing. I did another record. I think I did the Full Throttle record or something. I did some record. Then the following year, once we did it again, it was just like, me and my business partner at the time, we were just like, hey, we need to turn this into something else bigger at this point. So by the time 2016 came around, we figured that it made sense for me to start performing at like pre-games and stuff like that, doing merch. We designed merch, you know what I'm saying, and also make the anthem. So it came into like this brand ambassador deal we did. Where it's a combination of those things, and we did that in 2016. And then like every year or year and a half, we just kind of up that situation and recreate it. And now we're in a space to where now we got the Big Touchdown record, which is probably everybody's favorite record that I've done since this. Oski and Big Touchdown is like the favorite records that people love the most that I've done with the Cowboys. And we shot a video for Oski. We getting ready to shoot that video. And it started like that. Then I got tied in with like Shy Anderson. Shout out to Shy, man. That's the nephew of Jerry Jones.
Shout out, nephew.
You know what I'm saying? I started meeting Jerry a lot, you know what I'm saying, a few times in Cowboys Club. We used to go to the fights, the Earl Spence fight. I've been with him at some of the games or whatever. And, you know, at the end, he's the one that signed off on everything. But it's been everybody within the organization that really been keeping me going with the Cowboys,
like keeping you
close. Shout out to Shannon. Shout out to Corey Miller. Shout out to Matthew O'Neal, who I think he over at the Philadelphia 76ers right now. But he kind of facilitated a lot of stuff going on, man. Shout out to my boy Ben. My boy Ben, you know what I'm saying? It's a team of people inside the organization. I try and shout them out when I can that really been rocking with me, and we just keep it going, you know?
No doubt, man. This man right here broke it down like a fraction, y'all. Hey, man. Hey, we talked a lot about rap. We talked a lot about this and that. But, y'all know I'm Law Nation Sports, so let's dive into this football, man. I heard, man, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that this man is a die-hard Cowboy fan.
Yeah, sure,
he got Cowboys on his chest. Sure. Hey, we 2-0. They said that we wasn't going to be here. This is the crazy thing of it all.
Yeah.
We played the Giants week 1.
Yeah.
Before the game, the Giants was considered elite. Oh, man, that defense. Oh, man, you can't run on them. You can't throw it on them.
Facts.
Oh, Daniel Jones is better than Rain Dakota Prescott.
All
of that nonsense. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then after the game, hey, man, they some scrubs, man. You know that playoff game that they won? Yeah. That was just by chance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the Cowboys put 40 on them to 0. Yeah. Break that first game down for me, man.
Honestly, I ain't never really worried about the Giants.
Okay.
I do respect them. I respect, obviously what they put together. They actually went further than I thought they was gonna do last year when they got in the playoffs and won that. They did their thing. But as far as the Giants versus the Cowboys, I wasn't worried about if we was gonna win. Now I ain't gonna say I was gonna think we was gonna 40-0.
40-0.
I ain't gonna say that. But I knew our defense was with it. I know, like at the end of the day, bro, when you got the best defense. Or you got a nice defense like we got, it's going to be hard to beat a team like us because of that. And we'd added a few pieces to the offense. I like Brandon Cooks and that, just bringing that piece with Dak. It comes down to this. When it comes to our offense, bro, like I always feel like our offense can tap into that level at any point. Okay. I feel like I always come down to Dak and how he, generalize everything. But at the end of the day, I always got that piece. Now, when it comes to our defense, I knew we had it, so I really wasn't worried about the New Jersey. If I was betting money, I would have put my money, of course, on the boys, but I wouldn't have said we
Hey, Parsons, you hear that, don't you? You hear that? You got a man over here that runs Texas, man, speaking life into the situation. Come on with it. And we are the best defense in the land. So we played the Jets just a couple days ago. Yeah. And we gave them 30-10. Whooping. Before the game, they were saying, hey, man, the Jets, here they are. They beat doggone Joshua Allen. Yeah. They put him in a body bag. Yeah. Dak Prescott, man, for sure, he ate Joshua Allen. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's not as good as the Bills, the team, the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. And then what happened? After the game, it was the Jets, man. Hey, man, you're supposed to do that too.
They're going to throw the Aaron Rodgers equation in there. But, I ain't going to lie, before, the injury with Aaron Rodgers, there was something to worry about because he didn't always hit our mark. We don't never beat Aaron Rodgers when he was with Green Bay. Now, obviously, we coming into a better situation with the Cowboys, better defense. True. He on a different team. So if I was going to still put my money down, I was going to bet even if they hit Aaron Rodgers against us, the Jets. But honestly, you just got to be, realistic about it. With our type of defense, bro, that we got, and then you coming in with a new quarterback that's, that's not Aaron Rodgers.
That's not Aaron Rodgers.
And, so I didn't really see where they was going to have a strong offensive game against us. You know what I'm saying? And so even when it come down to the Jets, man, it really wasn't a thing to where I was worried about it. But yeah, I see how they flip the narrative. Anytime we win,
oh man, it's just the Jets,
because at the end of the day, they still got a great team. That's why Aaron Rodgers went over there because they had a lot of they really got all the pieces, and he was the thing that was going, that they was looking at to take them over the top. You feel me? So they got the squad, and you playing against professional NFL players at the end of the day. Yep. So I tell everybody at the end of the day, bro, it don't really matter. You saw Detroit and Kansas City first game. Yep. Last year they was the worst team.
One of them.
Yep. Kansas City was the best team, and you get out there. If you don't get out there, a team that's a professional football team, they'll get at you.
They get at you all day.
You always got to approach every team with that mindset, bro. Yeah. I see what we're doing out there. I feel good about what we got, and we're just gonna keep on hearing excuses. Everybody hate the Cowboys.
And we're just gonna rack them up and stack them up, man. And these are what we call W's. The Cowboys in general. Who are your top 5 Cowboy players of all time? Modern day, or on this team, however.
I do too. I do of all time, and then I do modern right now. Okay. All time, Michael, Emmett, Dion,
The triplets. Yeah.
Damn, it get hard out here.
Yeah.
I be wanting to throw some of the recent players in. At one point in time, I wanted to throw a Dez in there. But if I'm being realistic, I mean, you gotta go with the pieces that gave you to my Larry Allen. You gotta,
oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? There's so many different pieces.
Yeah, so Big E, all of them.
You got to throw those four in there, and then I want to put somebody from the modern era, or kind of modern in there, man. And the only person that could fit that is probably maybe a Dez. You know what I'm saying?
Dez,
but you got to give Troy Aikman his pride, because that's what we got our Super Bowls with.
Yeah, we do.
A lot of people don't really want to, you know what I'm saying, give Troy Aikman, a whole lot of. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but I know a lot of people that want to give him that credit. But at the end of the day, you got to go who gave us the Super Bowls, bro. Like, they gave us the Super Bowls. The top 5 really gonna always come out of that.
Shoot, you ain't lying, man. Yeah. Hey, the '90s Cowboys, unstoppable, man. And then I'm gonna throw Jimmy Johnson in there just because he ain't in the Ring of Honor, but he in our Ring of Mines, because we wouldn't have those 3 Super Bowls. Although he didn't coach the 1995-96 Cowboys, but he was. That was his player. That was his people.
Coming off the momentum of
yes,
that.
indeed. Yeah. And then Prime, although he wasn't homegrown,
still, bro.
He just got to throw Prime in there, man.
I'm always throw Prime.
Prime, man, I got your shades on right now.
Bro, when he came to the Cowboys, being a little kid, bro, and just watching Prime, bro, with the Cowboys, like that was a whole nother like era, bro. It's like when he came, he transformed even what we already had. So I'm always throw Prime in there.
Yes, indeed,
I remember watching I was a little kid, and I remember every Cowboy game that year when he came. You know what I'm saying? And so Prime gonna always be in there. But yeah, those would be the ones from that era I'm gonna throw in.
No doubt.
If you talking about right now, top 5 Cowboys, I'm gonna go with Michael Parsons.
Okay.
That's my number 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with CD Lamb for sure.
Lamb.
For sure.
The new 88.
Yeah, the new 88. I like CD Lamb, bro. I think
he got a little dog. Dog nasty
CD Lamb,
too.
Bro, I think he gonna be. I think it's gonna be Irvin, CD Lamb when it's all said and done. Of the 88s.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think he finna have from here for the next 5 to 6 years. I think he finna really be that guy. You know what I'm saying. And transform that 8. Well, come to that level of the 88. He already been coming to that. You feel me?
Technically, he's the fastest 88 to get to all of those numbers, like yards, total touchdowns, receptions. So he's been doing his thing. He is that dude that's transcending upwards. And if you fool around and get a full season out of him with Dak Prescott, I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls that's listening, let me take my shades off and say this. Dog. He's going to have 12 to 13 tubs.
Facts.
He's going to get that 13 to 1,400 yards. So he's on pace for doing that. And y'all just look out, man, for this season. Yeah, I know we heavy on Cowboys right about now, but talk to me what you're going to say about the Cowboys come February. You think they still going to be dancing around?
Yeah, bro, like, honestly, if I'm just keeping it real, I know we like to do this as Cowboy fans. We like to feel like this all the time at the beginning of the year and throughout the season. And then, sometimes it be different when the playoffs come. For one, the Cowboys are in a kind of like a do-or-die situation when it comes to, like, we get to the playoffs, we gotta at least get to that NFC Championship. In my mind, that's what's gonna appease me at least. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we got a Super Bowl caliber team. We like to say that. But the pieces are there. When you got a defense like our defense, any team that got a defense like our defense is a Super Bowl caliber team. It don't matter who you are. When you got a defense like that, once again, it's gonna come down to Dak Prescott, and I believe Dak Prescott know that. But it's gonna come down to when we get to that position, the playoffs, which we will be going there.
Oh yeah, we will be there.
Can he overcome what he wasn't able to overcome these last couple of years? We probably gonna see the 49ers again. I believe so. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers still looking good.
They are.
I'm going to just put in my mind that we're going to see them again.
Yeah.
So it really comes down to that same hurdles we get into, but we got a stronger team.
Right.
I don't see it happening 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Us not getting there. I think February we're going to have a different story.
Different story, man. Y'all heard it first, man, from my guy, Dorrough, man. Before we get on up out of here, what's your thoughts on the Mavs?
Oh man! Now see the Mavs. That's a special thing with me. So
okay,
I'm a hooper, man, and honestly, my favorite player for probably the last 5-6 years have always been Kyrie Irving. No matter where he been. No matter where he been. He's just my. I played point guard. His game is a beautiful game, bro. He got the poetry. So I love watching Kyrie Irving play.
Right.
Him being with the Mavs, bro, that's like music to my ears, bro. Shout out to Cuban for making that happen, man.
Yeah.
And they really closing it and giving bro what he needed to stay over here. I always like Luka. Luka is a special.
I call him Luka Legend.
Man, that bro is a
Luka Legend.
He is a special player, bro. So when you talking about them and them building their chemistry, you know, they like playing with each other. Kyrie like being in Dallas. They like the system they got in place, and I know we adding pieces.
Right.
And
what do you think we need right now to just really get us over the top? Because we, like you said, we
need a center. We need a strong center. Like we rebound. We really need that three. We need that. What's old boy? We need that Capella types. What's his name? What's his name? Capella. Clint. Yeah, we need that type figure. You get what I'm saying? Or the DeAndre Ayton type. We need that type figure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whoever that is, that's the only missing person.
Mark Cuban, man. You hear us, man. We begging, man.
That piece, that energy. I'm gonna say that energy. Like
just need something like that,
bro. And that's really it. You know, I think that when you got two players like Kyrie and Luka,
right,
bro, and you add that element, like it's figured out, bro. You talking about two. Kyrie and Luka are two very special players, unique players of all time. Like with a game that can't, it's not another Kyrie and it's not another Luka. Like they're two unique players, bro. Like of all time, you got them on the same team and them building chemistry with each other. You talking about something real special. So I really feel like it's going to be like a whole Dallas situation with the Mavericks and the Cowboys. If I'm keeping it 100. Man. Then I'm coming with the energy that's going to push them over the top, both of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get them the music, the tunes that they need. We already did a few of them, but you know.
Yeah. Let's continue to keep that thing going, man. Hey, talk to me one more time about Star Baby. You know, that's the thing that you're working on right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Star Baby is the album that's out right now, man.
Okay.
Y'all can go stream that on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music, wherever y'all go listen to that y'all music from.
Hold on, what inspired you to do Star Baby though?
All right, so Star Baby, the cover of Star Baby is a picture of me. I think I was like 19. I had just got down to PV.
Okay.
And I was hungry, and it was like at that time what was my biggest influence was Texas music. This is when. This is when you got DSR popping, you got Lil Flip popping, you got coming out the UGK movement, you got the Swisher House movement. So that time it was Texas to the world. This is when the whole world is listening to Texas. Right. And this time I'm hungry. I'm coming up, and that was the time where I was the hungriest I ever been, and it was a certain style, it was a certain sound out, and it was a certain sound that I was creating then. That was mixtape Dorrough. You feel me? So. The Star Baby album is a collection of that, of all those elements. You feel me? That sound, that timing. So it's kind of like I went back and created this project. The 19-year-old, 21-year-old me would love the Star Baby album. That's the album I would have made then, except it wouldn't have been as articulated and it wouldn't have been as special as it is now. But if I was listening to that then, that's what I would love. So I went back and made that for a certain reason, a specific reason, and the whole point was to put that energy out back in Texas, to let all, the people that's in Texas, the fans, the supporters, to get back on that energy. You feel me? As far as like the Texas to the world, and not necessarily feeling like we gotta bite off other styles that's popping. You know what I'm saying? And I respect anybody who got their stuff going on. Atlanta, New York, Cali, whoever popping, Memphis. But Texas, we always had our own thing going on. So it was really to inspire that. Man. You know what I'm saying? That was the number one reason.
Give the voice back to Texas, man, and show the roots, man. The rudiments, as they say, man. All right, man. So I really appreciate everybody for this episode. Man, I got my guy, Dorrough. We held it down like 4,000 pounds. Man, I don't got bars like that brother right here. But, man, you had some bars. You got bars regardless, man. This brother got some bars, man. Hey, let people know once again what you're doing on our way out.
Man, yeah. So main thing is Star Baby album out, the new project, which I can't get y'all the title of that right now. We got the title, but I can't get that. Just know that in the next couple months, y'all finna have a new project mixed with the Star Baby, and we finna start putting out all the visuals from the Star Baby project. I already got one video that's done that I haven't released, the still video. We finna shoot the boys getting quiet. So we really just, you know what I'm saying, slowly for the unravel the visuals to that while I'm getting ready and gearing up for the new project. So,
No doubt, man. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. I got my guy Dorrough, Law Nation, DC for life. So we
For all y'all who ain't heard of me, it's the